I say, well, hello guys. So what I want to talk about today is observing your thoughts. And now when you observe your thoughts, you're going to understand imagination. So imagination happens when you are somewhere in the blue moon somewhere, and you're just making sure that you're just always capturing what you are thinking about. So what you have to understand is never believe anything that goes through your mind. I mean, in a sense, so if you never believe your thoughts, then your thoughts never have the power to control you. So make sure that you understand that you are not your thoughts. Okay? You are not the thoughts that you think. You are the eternal being of something that arises before the thoughts. I mean, in a sense, so you are a spiritual being living in a human body. So what I want to explain today is making sure that you understand how to actually observe your thoughts. So what you do is you have eyes, so make sure you look through the fear. I mean, look through the thoughts and find yourself imaginating. I mean, in a sense, so the more you imaginate through life, the better you're going to become in terms of your reality. So you must understand that if you envision a better life for yourself, of course you're going to have a better life. I mean, in a sense, but if you envision something that you keep doing that's not good for you, then obviously that is going to manifest into your life. So what you are on a daily basis is what you do. So make sure you understand that people have been struggling for millennials and decades and centuries. And you have to understand that they think that they are their thoughts. So if their thought says get angry, they get angry. I mean, they believe their thoughts. So never ever believe your thoughts. I mean, first of all, you have to understand that thousands of thoughts are happening in your brain every single day. And you have to understand that thousands of images are also happening in your mindset right now and also processing through your information. So you must understand that if you want to experience life more, or if you want to do a better life in general, then what you have to understand is you have to learn how to observe your thoughts. So what you do is listen to Jamie Smart, for example, when he says that in order to get yourself clarity in life, you have to feel your thinking. I mean, in a sense, so when you be in the body, and when I say in the body, be in your heart. I mean, be in the heart area of your life. So when you're in your heart or in your body, you start to feel. I mean, you feel your thinking. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that when you feel your thinking, you're looking to see what your mind is encouraging you to do, for example, and what your mind wants you to do. So you must understand that your mind is something beyond this life. I mean, something that you transcend. I mean, you have to transcend your mind, because if you don't transcend your mind, then your mind's going to control you. So you must understand that people like my dad and mum run on autopilot, and they think that they need meat to survive, and they think that they need cigarettes, and they think that they need, for example, coffee to feel good. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that people are very weak and have little faith, as Jesus Christ says. So you must understand that if you want to have big faith like Jesus Christ, you have to learn how to teach like Jesus Christ, and you have to learn how to also be able to be productive with your time. So the best thing that I can do for my legacy and for my benefit of this world is to make a video and to create a lot of quotes and to create a lot of content that's going to help benefit other people long after I'm gone, because that's the whole point of achieving my dreams. So make sure you understand that no matter how much I neglect myself, I never neglect you. I mean, in a sense, so I'm never neglecting you. So if I have hurt anybody in this lifetime, then I'm sorry for that. But you must understand that words never hurt anybody. But you must understand that before in my life, I was always physically abusing other people, for example. So I wasn't always doing it, but there have been occasions where I punched someone in the face for no reason at all. I mean, I caused drama and I caused violence for no reason, because I was young and stupid. And I found myself in a situation where this person had a gun. I mean, you understand? And me and my friend went with this guy to shoot somebody. You understand? And we were during the night walking to this area where this guy may be over there. And if the guy was there in that specific time, my friend, who I was also in a fight with, who had the gun, was going to pull the trigger on him. I mean, he was going to kill him. And I would have been part of a genocide or part of a murder of somebody. I mean, in a sense, so that's the thing. Never walk with people who have guns in the first place. So make sure you understand, to learn from my experience, to never ever walk the night time. I mean, never ever go out at night. I mean, there's nothing to do at night somewhere out there. But what you want to do is if you go to a nightclub or if you go into the city somewhere, make sure you bring your phone and start creating quotes and start journaling your life down and start doing it in a nightclub, for example, and start creating this content for yourself while you're listening to music. And now what's that going to help you with is going to help you eventually to have a great legacy. So, for example, I have over 33,000 quotes right now on my Mega Drive. And that's all going to be translated into Amazon. And that's going on Amazon for myself. So what I need to do is I have to go on Fiverr. I have to create a cover image. And I also have to get somebody to write all that down into an ebook for you to read. So I have to benefit people this way. So for example, I use an application called Quotes Creator. And I just go and summarize all these quotes and I upload it into my Mega Drive and I store it online somewhere for better usage in better time. So what I do is I download all my quotes, and what I do is I send a link to somebody else and they download my quotes and they get to read it, but they also get to write it down into an ebook format for me. So why is that so important? Because it's so important for your legacy to understand that the more you go and observe your mind or imaginate something, that the more you're going to create. I mean, in a sense, so I'm always constantly creating. So if I'm watching rugby or if I'm watching soccer or if I'm doing something like poker or gambling, then you have to understand that the most productive use of my time in this lifetime is to create as many videos and as many images and as many content as possible for myself to succeed. And that's it, I promise you. So, for example, you must understand that I found my purpose in life, but there was a time in my life where I didn't have a purpose. I didn't have drive. I didn't have motivation. I didn't have inspiration in my life. And I found myself schizophrenic. I found myself as a schizophrenic and I was very mentally disabled. And why was that? Because I was doing a lot of drugs. And now because I was doing a lot of drugs, I wasn't observing my thoughts and I wasn't observing the person that I want to be. But back then it was very scary for me to accomplish anything in life. And I didn't know how to move forward. So the thing is that you can always see exactly how to move forward in every single step and situation. But you yourself have to go through that feeling. And you yourself have to go through whatever it is in terms of an obstacle that you face today. You have to do it alone and alone. And you have to understand that once you do it alone, it's going to feel much better than other people helping you out. And now you get totally what you deserve every single day. So if you have any sort of money in your bank account, you deserve it. I promise you, if you have a girlfriend or kids or man in your life, I promise you, you deserve it. I promise you, if you have a spiritual teacher or somebody who's teaching you something in life, I promise you, you deserve it. I mean, in a sense, so what you are is you are the sum up of all your thoughts and everything that you've done about it. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that you are not your thoughts, okay? You are something much more than thoughts. I mean, thoughts is just one aspect of who you are, okay? You are not your thoughts, but you are one aspect of those thoughts. You are the one generating those thoughts, okay? So you are the observer that's behind the thoughts. And for example, with my thoughts, for example, I get thoughts of smoking cigarettes, I get thoughts of doing drugs, I get thoughts of chasing people, I get thoughts of, for example, doing drugs in terms of alcohol and caffeine. And what I have to do is I have to observe my thoughts and I have to say no. I have to make sure every single day that I'm always doing the most I can for myself to actually be productive and to have a great life for myself. So you must understand that since I'm a schizophrenic, you must understand something about schizophrenia itself, that you can heal from it. And you must understand that what is important in your life is to never do drugs while you're a schizophrenic, and to never smoke cigarettes, and to never ever drink alcohol, or never ever drink alcohol while you have medication, or while you're doing medication, never take drugs. And make sure every single day that you understand that health is number one. So the better your health, the better you're going to look and the better you're going to feel. So there was a time in my life where I felt really amazing. I felt really amazing and I felt my best version. And you must understand that in my life when I was younger, around 5 years of age, I jumped out of a car. I jumped out of a 40 miles an hour car, and you must understand that the car was going 40 miles an hour or 40 kilometers an hour. And you must understand, I just counted 3, 2, 1, and I just jumped out of the car. And then I started rolling on the cement floor of the road. And luckily there was no car behind me, because that street had no cars, and rarely was there any cars in that moment of time. But you must understand that that street has no cars in it. I mean, it has cars, but it doesn't have traffic. I mean, there's not a lot of cars on that street. I mean, in a sense, so luckily there was no car behind me to step over me. I mean, in a sense, so my dad picked me up, and my dad took me back into my house. I broke my nose back then. And for 19 years, my nose was one nostril, okay? I was breathing through one nostril for 19 years. So, is that your best version? I mean, you must understand, I mean, if you break your nose and you have a broken nose, I mean, do you qualify to be a best version from that point on? I promise you no. So you must understand that from the age of 5, I started deteriorating in my health. I started doing drugs. I started having asthma. I started to snore. I mean, understand, because my nose, I was not able to breathe as much through my nose. I was able to only breathe through my nose 50% of the time. So that shaped me to suffocate myself. I mean, in a sense, so I was suffocating for 19 years. But thankfully now, since I went on the waiting list over here in Australia, because I couldn't afford $5,000 for a private operation, so what I've done is I waited for 1 year, and somebody, in terms of doctors out there who do surgery on noses, they fixed my nose. And now what I want to do is I never want to get myself into a fight. I mean, because if they punch my nose really good, I promise you what happens is they break my nose, and I don't want to go for a private surgery on my nose again. I mean, in a sense, so luckily I can breathe. But since I have a sickness right now, I have a cold and flu, but luckily I'm getting better. Okay, I'm feeling much better about myself. But what I want to explain is I want to give you my life story in my videos, so that you understand that I'm always with you, okay? So no matter what, that if you are my kids watching this, or if you are my wife watching this, or if you are somebody in my life watching this, or if you are somebody that I used to know, or somebody that was in my life before, or maybe somebody who's just a fan of Danny Milivojevic, or maybe you've never met me before, and you are somebody that just wants to entice themselves around me, or somebody out there who has never seen me before, and you just want some information from me, I promise you what I'm going to deliver to you in the next coming videos. And in this video is a lot of information regarding how to observe your thoughts and how to understand me as a person. I mean, so make sure you understand that life coaching is something that you do on a daily basis. And I suggest you be a life coach, okay? So I'm telling my kids this, be a life coach. I mean, start teaching life from early age. I mean, start teaching your experiences and start reflecting upon expressing your thoughts. So for example, if I ever had kids in this lifetime, right now, for example, if I have kids right now, I get them to start making a YouTube channel right now. I start making sure that they are creating quotes for themselves after school. I mean, making sure that they create some quotes for themselves, write their name down, and also boost their vocabulary, but also spend as much time and invest as much time in my kids as possible, okay? And now, why do you want to invest so much time into your kids? Because you want to make sure that your kids get the best education. So what am I doing? I mean, you must understand, I have over 800 hours of videos specifically for my kids. So, for example, if I ever have kids, that I promise you, long after their papa is gone from this world, I promise you, Danny Milivojevic is still here, teaching them how to live a great life. I mean, because what I have to give is everything in my life coaching videos, and everything in my quotes, and everything in my journals, and everything in my audio programs that I make. So make sure you understand that you have to create as much content as possible, so that if you have kids, your kids can benefit from your content, and people can also benefit from your content. So make sure you understand that is what a great legacy is, okay? So making even one kid for me, for example, if I have one kid in this planet, I promise you that's more enough for me. to just teach this kid how to live a great life. I mean, understand how to actually succeed in a great life and how to actually have a great life, okay? So what I want to teach them exactly is the information about Danny Milivojevic and about my story and everything about this life that they are setting themselves up for, okay? So that's the whole point of life coaching, and that's why I'm a life coach. And now somebody who's 60 years of age doesn't really want to listen to me. Apparently my doctor, in terms of my doctor Enwa, apparently he is also encouraging me to, let's say, to do these videos, but he's not the type of person to start watching all my videos, for example. I mean, you understand? I mean, he may watch a little bit of clips from my videos, and he may even be listening to this video, for example. But the thing is that there's nothing negative about him. But the thing is that people who are older than you think they are smarter than you. Okay, so for example, okay, you can think that you're smarter than me, but I have over 800 hours of talking. So making sure that you understand that I've taught something in my life. I've taught something of one sentence that I can give to people about my life in 29 years. Can you summarize your life in one sentence? I promise you must understand that if I summarize my life in one sentence, it is be everything that you can be, okay? And make sure you understand every single day that no matter what, that you always have to go and be positive in life. So make sure you understand that I'm a life coach for a reason, and I understand why I'm a life coach and why I became a life coach. So who inspired me to become a life coach? Well, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is a life coach, and his name is Anthony Robbins or Tony Robbins. And you must understand that, for example, he's a life coach that I admire. And now he goes around the world, traveling, doing business with people, and he stands up in front of audiences, and he just has this very, very big effect on people. And he loves to always talk very broadly, and he always has those expectations that I want. For example, I mean, he goes on a jet. I mean, he has his own private jet. I mean, he has real estate. I mean, he interviews the best people in the planet. I mean, who's the best people in the planet? I mean, you must understand, he interviews all the famous people in the planet, for example. I mean, he's living the dream. And that's what I admire about him. But the thing is that he's done a lot for charities, and he's done a lot for people in terms of feeding people. I mean, so you have to always understand Tony Robbins. So make sure you understand that's one of my mentors. And I always go up to him to seek information from him to see how he reacts in situations and how he is dealing with personal people. So you must understand that everybody's each to their own. I mean, everybody's different. So if you grab somebody on Facebook or Instagram and you do a life coaching video with them, and you do a nice and beautiful interview with them, I promise you, and you interview them and you get their thoughts out and stuff like that, you can also become someone of a talk host for yourself, and you can also make that your business. I mean, and now it doesn't have to be something that's income driven. I promise you, it can be something that you're doing for free, just for the planet. I mean, look, I'm not making any money from these videos. I mean, but I'm making a lot of money as well from these videos. And now, why am I making a lot of money from these videos, and how am I making a lot of money from these videos? Now, you must understand that nobody here in this world is personally coming up to me to give me $50 or $100 or $200 for my life coaching videos. Okay? But what I am given is disability support pension from the government. And now it's like people are paying me, okay, from the government allowance and giving me money to stay at home, to get away from the 9-to-5 job, to actually do these life coaching videos for people, okay? And it's like I'm getting income from the government either way, and what's happening is I'm doing my passions while I'm actually not working 9-to-5. But the thing is, you must understand something, that eventually I have to work the 9-to-5, eventually, because I'm going with my mum, and my mum wants me to work, and I have to work also to make my own money, okay? And I have nothing against that. But the thing is, every single day of my life, I understand something, that people who work 9-to-5 are miserable, okay? And now, not everybody is miserable working a 9-to-5 job. Probably some people are miserable and some people are not. I mean, some people are working 9 to 5 jobs that they hate to do. Just like Grant Cardone. And now Grant Cardone is another mentor that I admire for how much real estate knowledge he has and how much he's done for the world. But the more knowledge you give out into the world, okay, the better teacher you're going to be, okay, and the more you actually have to give. So every single day I have to motivate myself to make sure that I'm always giving the most potential, okay, the most information. So I may be 500,000 kilos of weight and I may be looking at my worst version, but is that going to stop me from doing live coaching videos? I probably should know, because I'm learning something from being my worst version. So you must understand, right now, I am almost at my worst version right now. I promise you, if I had a broken nose right now, I'd be at my worst version, okay? And now you must understand that before I had a broken nose, and I fixed my nose, okay? I fixed my nose, I waited for 1 year because I couldn't afford $5,000 for a private operation. So I had to wait on the waiting list. So that's something that you can do. So if you break your arm, or if you break your leg, or you break your neck, or you break something of your bones, or you break your nose, or you break your skull, you can be on a waiting list, okay? And after 1 year or after 10 months, people will contact you and you can go and have your surgery, okay? And that's a free way to do it, but you have to wait because there are people paying for private operations, okay? So that's something that you can do in 2022, okay? But make sure you always update yourself every single year. Make sure that you're updating yourself with your mentors, because your mentors are always going to be giving you the best information. So Robert Kiyosaki probably won't be in your time. Probably he's not somebody that's going to be living in your time, but he's going to be out there giving that information regardless. And he's going to be giving you history about financial knowledge, okay? So make sure you go up to Robert Kiyosaki and make sure that you learn from him and learn all of his information. I mean, learn all of Grant Cardone's information. I mean, learn about all of Tony Robbins' information. I mean, all the books out there, learn all the information. I mean, learn as much as possible. I mean, there's no amount of exasperation that you can feel your way through life. I mean, you can understand that you can go beyond and beyond the stars with information. I mean, you can go wherever you want to go with your imagination, okay? Because knowledge is information, okay? And the more information you have, the better imagination you have, okay? So I started this video explaining some things that I want to help you with observing your thoughts. I want to help you to understand me. I want to help you to understand life coaching advice. So the thing is that I do busking performances. And now because I'm at my second worst version right now, I'm not at my best version right now. But the thing is that I'm helping myself to understand. Now I'm learning something from being my worst version, okay? And now take it from me and understand my personal experiences about what I'm actually going through. And you must understand that I've been smoking cigarettes, I've been doing alcohol, I've been self-medicating with coffee, with black coffee, and I've been learning, and also I have been eating pizza, sausage rolls, meat pie, McDonald's, fish meat. I've been doing all that, okay? And you must understand something that I've learned from this, okay? That vegan is the best diet. Stay away from drugs, stay away from caffeine, stay away from alcohol, stay away from cigarettes, okay? Now I'm learning from personal experience that I have low energy when I have meat. I have low energy when I drink caffeine. I have low energy when I drink any energy drinks, okay? And now it may give you an energy boost while you're drinking coffee, okay? Gives you energy boost, but the thing is that once you get off the coffee, then you feel tired, okay? You feel straight away tired, and you must understand that once you go through about 2-3 months down the line, you start to feel energy again, okay? But the thing is, you must understand how to cleanse yourself. And now when you're cleansing yourself, you're actually teaching people something, okay? You're teaching people regardless of the situation. So do you think my worst version is going to stop me from teaching you something? I promise you no. I promise you I'm going to keep teaching, because you must understand that when you jump off the plane and you're skydiving, no matter what it feels like, you're going to be teaching, okay? I mean, you're going to be, regardless of how you're looking, you're going to make sure every single day you're going to do the best job you can, okay? So every single day, make sure you understand that my only advice and my information can always teach you, okay? And it can always teach you something about life. So every single day, you must understand that my mum and my dad don't believe in me as much as I believe in me. And now I believe in myself more than they believe in themselves, okay? And you must understand, I believe in myself even more. Because why is that? Because I have so much more information. I read so much more. I'm much more educated than my mum and dad. And now my mum is much more educated about building a restaurant, okay, because she'd done it before, than me, okay? Because now for myself to actually create a restaurant, I have to go get that information, okay? And I have to seek that information out. So if I want real estate around me, I have to seek it out. I have to seek. I mean, seek and you shall find. I mean, what you seek throughout life is information. You never seek out the people, okay? You seek out the information. I mean, you go where the information's coming, okay? And now my information is consistent every single day. I'm making sure that no matter what, that no matter how I feel, and no matter how shit I feel, or no matter how better I feel, or anything about life, I mean, I make sure every single day I do a 1 hour video. I want to make sure that in my life, I want to do 3 years of information on videos, okay? I want to make sure that I'm sitting on chairs for 3 years of my life. I'm sitting next to a camera like this, okay? And I'm taping myself for 3 years of my life, okay? And now that's something of a specific goal I'm going to achieve, but that's going to be over some lump of time, okay? And now I'm already somebody who's done 1,000 hours in terms of 800 hours and more of information to really give you that information that I have, okay? And I'm giving it all for free. And now make sure you understand that if you find my information on audible.com or Amazon or YouTube, make sure you do invest some money in those books and in that information, because it's very, very affordable. And I make sure you understand it's affordable. I mean, it's $10 affordable for you. I promise you must understand $10 is affordable for information. But you can get my information for free on my YouTube channel. But my quotes are going to be priced at about $3 a book, okay? And now relax. I mean, it's something that you need, and it's something that you have to understand, that you have to sell yourself, okay? So when you sell yourself in life, you want to look at your best version, okay? You want to be your best version, because if you're not your best version, I promise you people are not going to listen to you. I promise you people are not going to, let's say, be so much into you because they see that you're very fat, and they see that you're very, let's say, ugly or beautiful or whatever it is. I mean, you must understand that people are like that. I mean, people like to tease people. I mean, people are bullies, okay? So make sure you understand that no matter how I look right now, look at my information. I mean, am I positive in terms of how I've been talking in this video? I promise you must understand that I'm very positive to be around, okay? And now you must understand why that is, because I understand how to actually have boundaries and how to set boundaries and disciplines in my life. And now I understand that I believe in myself so much that I give the world for free, okay? And you must understand that other people are charging me while I'm giving free information. But from that information, I'm learning something each and every single step of the way. I'm learning how to talk. I'm learning how to co-create. I'm learning how to be a better organizer and better time manager every single day. And I'm making sure I'm making sure to understand that I'm always smarter than yesterday, okay? And now, who am I trying to be smarter than? I'm trying to be smarter than myself. And I'm not in a competition with other people about being smart, okay? I'm in a competition with myself to be the smartest that I can be, okay? And now, to be the smartest that I can be, I have to read more. I have to make sure every single day that I'm reading and that I'm producing much more content than yesterday, okay? And now, why is that? Because once I pass away from this life, I promise you everything's going on YouTube. I promise you everything's going on Amazon. And that way you can always find me, okay? But through the billions of people that are going to live on this planet, I promise you, Danny Milivojevic is one unique person that you have to recognize. And now, why is that? Because I provide you the best information, okay? I'm not lying about this. So everything that you are getting from those mentors and those people out there, you can get from me as well, okay? Because I searched for that information that you're looking for, and I give it to you for free, okay? So if you want any advice from me, it's make sure every single day that you're learning more about who you are. You're learning more about how to actually create a better lifestyle, and making sure every single day you're observing your thoughts. So making sure you understand that when you're observing your thoughts, you're looking to understand to control yourself in a way that you're disciplined about life, and making sure that you're doing a greater way of life regardless of the situation, but making sure every single day that you're doing better for yourself and your health, okay? Making sure every single day you're doing something that's going to help you move forward. So before this video, I said to Jesus Christ, I said, Jesus Christ, I'm doing this video for you, okay? And you must understand, every single day I talk to Jesus Christ. I said, what would Jesus Christ do in this situation? I mean, what would Jesus Christ do in that situation? I mean, what would Jesus Christ say now? I mean, what would Jesus Christ do for me now? I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that Jesus Christ has done everything for me right now. I mean, you must understand, everything that Jesus Christ has done for you has been right now. I mean, yes, I mean, you have to understand that the Bible is free. I mean, learn from it. I mean, learn the 10 commandments of God, okay? So if you want to do better, guys, you have to learn how to co-create. I mean, you have to learn how to be disciplined, and you have to understand every single day that you have to have a conversation with people, okay? So making sure that you're looking always better and better and better, okay? So make sure every single day you're always doing better, to understand your habits and responsibilities have to be better. I see, guys, so you must understand something, that the reason I talk so much is because I'm always learning. I'm always learning something about life. I'm always making sure that I'm delivering the best content in the world. And now that's why I'm always doing what I do. I mean, in a sense, so every single day, I'm always focusing on a better way of life. I'm always making sure that I have what I need. I always look at better times. I'm making sure every single day I hope for the future. I hate nothing about life. I mean, you must understand that I hope for the moments every single day. I'm always hoping, okay? But hope doesn't get you far, okay? But make sure you understand that hope always makes you survive. I mean, if you hope so much, you'll never die, okay? I mean, you have to have hope in life. I mean, you have to hope for life, okay? I mean, you have to have hope that something in your life is going to change, okay? So make sure you never lose hope, okay? I mean, hope is something that drives you in a way that you're always there. I mean, you go through it. I mean, you must understand that this too shall pass. I mean, as I've learned from a book, and it says that if you're going through any turmoil, or if you're going through any kind of suffering in life, that it shall pass you by, okay? So what you do while you're falling down in life, you teach people while you're falling down, okay? I mean, make sure you make a documentary of yourself every single day, making sure that you're learning how to actually be specific about life itself. I mean, you're making sure you understand something, that when you're taking pauses, or when you're breathing, or when you're actually observing your thoughts or anything like that, that you're always doing a better job regardless of what you're doing, okay? So make sure you're always understanding that thoughts arise in the occasion of the mind. And now the mind is in this lifetime, and the mind is also something that is beyond control, okay? And now you must understand how to control your mind, okay? And you must understand that no matter what, that there's always a way to always find every single use of every single word that you say, because God always talks through you in the silence of life. So make sure you understand that if you understand God, you have to listen to silence. I mean, you have to be aware of silence, okay? So that really, really shows you to teleport to God. I mean, in a sense, so God always feeds me all this beautiful information through silence. I mean, in a sense, so anything that's on TV, for example, I mean, look at that. I mean, you must understand, that's an image, okay? So make sure you understand that's how you can travel. I mean, you can travel through images. I mean, you can travel through words. I mean, you can travel through your breathing. I mean, you can travel through, you travel through the silence of life. I mean, be aware of your toes. I mean, be aware of your hair. I mean, be aware of everything in your body. I mean, be totally aware and vibrant about your life. I mean, in a sense, so that's how you actually succeed. I mean, you succeed through making sure that you're always aware. So I met this guy today, and he's very aware. I mean, he's very quick. I mean, he's very quick to do things. I mean, you understand? I mean, he's very like upbeat. And I told him, I said, hey, I mean, you have fast reactions. And he says, that's very natural for me to have very fast reaction. I'm like, is that because of the alcohol, or is that natural? I mean, to me, it's like this guy is on methamphetamine. I mean, to be honest, because methamphetamine makes you like really aware. I mean, you understand? I mean, he's very like, very quick to the notion about everything. I mean, you understand? So people who use drugs, in terms of people who do ice, are people who have these fast reactions, like really quick. I mean, whoa, I mean, it's too quick. I mean, it's like really fast. I mean, you must understand that when he's talking in this very vibrant fashion. I mean, he talks in a way that he gets the job done. I mean, you understand? I mean, he understands how to communicate. So he doesn't put pressure on others. I mean, he makes sure. So if you want to learn something, learn from other people. So, for example, people on my poker table today. I mean, there was one guy sitting over there. I promise you now, when I look at him, I see his life is going, let's say, downhill in some fashion. I mean, he has low energy. I mean, he's not feeling too good, but he feels like he can do something. I mean, he feels like he has some hope in him. I mean, he's really, really into his poker game. I mean, he's making sure he likes his poker game. I mean, he's looking at the crowd. I mean, he's over here. I mean, you must understand how to be empathetic toward other people. I mean, you have to understand how to be in their shoes. I mean, when I look at this person, I mean, I'm just looking at him right here and I'm trying to summarize exactly what he's doing. I mean, he's looking like he's quite confident in some kind of way, but also he's showing some kind of like nervousness. I mean, yeah, I mean, he has some nervousness about him. I mean, he's not doing too good in life. I mean, you understand? I mean, he does have enough. I mean, he does have enough for himself to live on. I mean, you understand? I mean, he's just over here. I mean, he's just getting by. I mean, you understand? I mean, he's just trying. I mean, he's trying to do something. I mean, you understand? I mean, he's trying to make some money. I mean, he's trying to talk it out here and there with people. I mean, he's trying to be social, but he's dying away. I mean, you understand? I mean, he's dying away. I mean, he's not upbeat. I mean, he's not that upbeat as a person. I mean, you understand? I mean, he's that kind of guy. I mean, that's why I really find that vibe from him. I mean, you understand? So, but this guy that's really quick, I mean, I look at him, I see straight away, I can see quick reaction. I see a lot of, let's say, nervousness. I mean, is he nervous right here? I see he has some nervousness, but also in the nervousness, I think he's showing much more, let's say, confidence. I mean, he's showing confidence here and there, and he's really, really, I mean, is he struggling in life? I'm pretty sure now, when I look at that, I promise you, I can see, yeah, yes. I mean, in a way he's struggling, but in a way he's not struggling either. And he's just looking over here. I mean, I understand he's looking over here at his wife or his girlfriend, and he's really, really, I mean, he's nervous around her. I mean, he doesn't feel confident around her. I mean, you must understand, like, he doesn't feel, I mean, do you want cigarettes? I mean, he asks his girlfriend, do you want cigarettes? That's like a junkie mentality. I mean, you understand? So it's like a drug addict mentality. I mean, he's very fast in an ocean over here. But when I see his girlfriend and him, I understand straight away that he's not on the ice. I mean, he's not on the ice. I mean, he's really telling the truth right here when he's saying that he's, let's say, how he performs. I mean, he's very quick, but then he's drinking alcohol. I mean, he wants to sober up. I mean, he doesn't feel good about himself here. I mean, he's drinking alcohol. I mean, yeah, I mean, you have to understand that drugs make you never feel good. I mean, you must understand that people who do drugs never feel good about themselves. I mean, in a sense, so why is that? Because they're lying to themselves. I mean, you must understand that drugs make you lie to yourself that you need it. I mean, make sure you understand you never need drugs to support your life, and you never need caffeine in your life. I mean, you must understand that what you need is a better life. So make sure you understand that when you're observing people, try to always give information about that person to other people, or make sure you understand when you're observing people, you're just looking at people at different intervals and making sure you understand that when I seen this woman today, I seen her, I mean, she's looking for someone. I mean, this one here is looking at something. I mean, she's interested. I mean, she's curious. I mean, she has this nice and beautiful, let's say, personality. I mean, she's down on herself on some regard because she's drinking alcohol. I mean, but she's looking nervous in front of me as well. I mean, she's nervous. I mean, she doesn't really know exactly where the conversation is going to lead. So she's showing interest, like she's looking for someone, but she's not quite ready to chase. I mean, she's not quite ready to chase me, for example. I mean, she's more the type of girl where she wants other people to chase her, and wherever it goes. I mean, she's more of that hang loose type of girl. I mean, whatever goes. I mean, she's like more one night stand type of person. I mean, you understand? I mean, that's the kind of vibe I get from her. I mean, you understand? So every single day that I understand that when I really, really advise you to understand something, never ever have one night stands with people. Okay, because one night stand doesn't last for long. And you're always never satisfied when you have a one night stand with somebody. And now you must understand, I've had one night stands with somebody in terms of women in life. And you must understand, I was never satisfied by their courage to be able to do that for me. I mean, in a sense, so you must understand that I had women chasing me before, and you must understand that I was never satisfied with that. I mean, I was never satisfied with a woman chasing me. So guess what? Apparently now women don't chase me at all. And now I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied that women don't chase me, okay? So you must understand, I'm satisfied with my life. I'm happy with the way I am, but I need to better myself, okay? And now, am I happy with the person I am? I promise you, yes. I'm happy with all the fat I am right now. I'm happy with everything, but I need to do better, okay? So that's the kind of mentality that I want you to have. I want you to understand, I want you to say, I'm happy with where I am at, but I need to do better, okay? I need you to repeat that. I'm happy with where I am at, but I need to do better, okay? And that is a nice and beautiful mentality that no matter what is going on through your life, you always have to do better. So every single day, always focus on understanding that I'm sick right now. I have a flu. I have a cold right now. I cough like this. I mean, do you see that? I mean, you must understand, like, it's a cough, but it's not like a cough to get me going. I mean, it's not a cough to really inspire my day. I mean, do you understand? I mean, it's a cough that says, hey, just go sleep. I mean, just go sleep somewhere. I mean, don't really do much. I mean, that's the kind of cough it is. I mean, in a sense, so when I describe it, I really become aware of it. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you're understanding to describe things. I mean, do you understand? Because when you describe everything in life, the better you're going to become. So every single day, try to express yourself and everything you see. So when I see my dad's house here, I see the same old, okay? I see the same old. I see everything's different in other ways. I mean, things are looking the same in some regard, but some regards are different. So make sure you understand to become aware of what's different in your house. So your mum or dad may have placed something on the table which is different now, and try to recognize why that is. So what's different? I mean, my dad actually placed his cigarettes and lighter in a different way. I mean, it was different, and he always posted different as well. I mean, once he puts cigarettes on the table, or once he puts something on the table like this, I mean, listen to me. I mean, this is me becoming aware. I mean, there's a nice and beautiful seed. I mean, one of those shells of a seed inside the ashtray over there. I mean, that's something different I've never seen before like that. I mean, so that's the way I'm traveling. I'm traveling through little details. I'm looking at little details. Like, for example, I look at the nice and beautiful pattern. I mean, look at this pattern. See this pattern right here? I mean, look at how the nice and beautiful shells of the seeds are in a different order. I mean, they're different all the time. I mean, in a sense, so if I go like this, I mean, if I really change it up a bit, so see that little detail right there? I mean, that changed, didn't it? So it's all different. So look at that. I mean, that's all like mountains. I mean, it's all mountains over here. I mean, it's like peanuts over here. It's all like rocks. I mean, it's like rocks on the beach, right? And these shells are like little small seashells over here, like seashells, and those are rocks on the beach, and these are mountains where the beach are. I mean, you understand? And this right here, and this little seashell right here is like one of those pebbles on the beach somewhere. I mean, so you see how I'm putting things on the table. I'm making sure you understand. I'm looking at different intervals of different small details. I want to travel through small details, because if you're not looking at small details in life, of even that pillow, I mean, the way it's shaped, I mean, you must understand, if you see the pillow, I mean, that pillow, I mean, do you see how it's got the edge? I mean, see that edge right there? I mean, that edge is different. I mean, look at that line there. I mean, there's a line there. I mean, look at the couch. I mean, see these lines? I mean, look at the details. I mean, you see? So that's what I'm trying to tell you right now. You look at the small details. I mean, you understand? Because that's how you actually even become even more aware, okay? You become more aware. So if you always look at the big things, I mean, the big things are never changing. I mean, you're saying, I mean, big things is always going to be something big, but if it's going to be something big, it has to be a new detail. I mean, you understand? But if you look at something like, you be creative. So for example, and you see this lighter over here, I mean, change it like that. I mean, now it's different. I mean, now it looks different. I mean, now this you just pull like that, and now it's a different shape. I mean, if you put it here, I mean, it's a different shape. I mean, so, I mean, what am I doing? I'm playing in silence. Okay, I'm playing something in silence. I'm doing something different. I mean, look at my tissue over here. I mean, my tissue. I mean, look at the tissue. I mean, see this? So when I do that, I mean, look at the edges. I mean, see the edges? I mean, look at the nice and beautiful fragrance over here. I mean, see these fragrance over here? So what I'm teaching you is small details. So when you pay attention to small details, you're always going to live a better life, okay? So make sure you understand it's always about understanding the small details in everything. I mean, when you look at the small details, you're always going to do better, okay? So in life, guys, make sure you're always understanding that you have to describe moments and people. So when I see people today at poker, I see some people are unhappy and some people are doing much better. So who's doing much better over there at poker today? Now, when I look at people over there, I can see Dave. I see now Dave. Is Dave happy? I mean, I can see him over here. I mean, he's trying to do something for me. I mean, he's saying over here, he's getting on my nerves over here. I mean, I was trying to help him. I was trying to do something with him where I can go and give some money to somebody. So he was nervous about that. So I'm not sure why he was nervous. I mean, he's not feeling good about himself. I mean, you're saying, I mean, he's feeling grumpy. I mean, he was feeling grumpy because the computer was not working. He's not feeling grumpy at me. So that's the thing, yeah? So when I understand that situation, I become much more aware about understanding exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm actually exposing myself. But there's a woman out there that I contacted recently and she's not replying. And because she's not replying, I'm not going to send her anymore anything. And now, because I understand something, that she never satisfies me either. And you must understand that she's never for me. Okay, so make sure you understand that people who don't chase you are never for you. Okay, I mean, people who are in your life are meant to be there. So for example, those poker people that I went to play poker today with, I promise you, those people who are on my table are meant to be there for me. I mean, they're designed by the universe to play with me. Okay, so that's a record that I created. I created that moment with those people. Okay, so every single day, that the way I got out in poker, or the way that the night was presented for me, is always there for me. I mean, that's for me. I mean, that's how my reality is. So make sure you understand that you are your imagination and you are not your reality, okay? You are your imagination. So the better your imagination through life, the better you're going to become. Okay, so for example, what I'm understanding is I've been going through worlds of education over here in this nice and beautiful video, teaching you all sorts of things. I mean, that's why life coaching is so broad. I mean, you must understand, I started the video with how to observe your thoughts, and then I went on to talking about my story, and then I went on to small details, and then I went on to expressing myself in different ways, and then I went to also show you exactly how to be empathetic with other people. So for example, when you're looking at me right now, you're wondering, what am I going to say next? I mean, what's going to go through my mind next? I mean, now I'm trying to position myself in your shoes. I'm trying to express myself. I mean, some of you out there are laughing right now. I mean, some of you are actually being silent. I mean, some of you are looking at me like, hey, this guy is really, really doing something. I mean, you must understand. So every single day, you must understand that there's always a person out there that really, really believes in you, okay? And that person has to be you, okay? So every single day, that if you want to do better, you have to understand that you have to position yourself in great intent. So make sure you understand, pay attention to the small details of every person that you meet, okay? So when you meet a person, try to describe them in a video. I mean, try to describe them in audio, or try to describe them in a quote or in a writing journal, and just start educating yourself this way. I mean, try to understand, for example, my friend Dave. I mean, he sees me over here, when he sees that I'm alone, I mean, he approaches me and he says something, okay? So what does that tell me? I promise you, he says he's curious about me. I mean, he's here to say goodbye, and he's here to just see what I'm doing and to just get some social occasion with me. And he's feeling, let's say, I mean, he's feeling positive over here, and he's feeling good about himself. But is he really feeling good about himself? I promise you, the thing is, he's trying to feel good about himself. I mean, he's trying to do better. I mean, he's trying to really put himself in my shoes. I mean, he's trying to be a friend. Okay, and that's the thing. I mean, that's Dave. I mean, here he's showing me that he's trying to be a friend because he approached me first. Okay, so I'm learning from that. Okay, so if you try to be someone's friend and they don't want to be your friend, why don't you try somewhere else? I mean, so make sure you understand that it's more let people try to be your friend, okay, instead of you trying to be other people's friends. So make sure you understand that Dave was chasing me over here. And what did I do? I turned around, I looked at him, and I was over here, I was looking, I was smoking a cigarette, and I was just, I was curious about him. I was very positive with him. I was trying to listen to him, and I was just doing everything that I can to succeed. But I had 3 coffees in front of me. I had a mother in terms of one of those energy drinks, and I was smoking a cigarette, and I looked in my shape, in the way I was sitting down, I looked like I had no hope. I mean, do you understand? So make sure you understand that I was looking like a person that has no hope. I mean, you understand? And why is that? Because I was smoking cigarettes. I was sitting down. I was not upbeat. I was just like, I mean, I was like dead tired. I was dead tired, and I was dead tired, to be honest. And you must understand, that's the thing. I mean, I was like deadbeat. I mean, you understand? But my attitude toward my capability to speak to people, I mean, that's what's positive about me. And now what's positive about me is my communication in this video. So if you look at my video and the way I've been shaping my video through my image, I mean, my image right now tells me right now that I'm not in the shape of my life. I mean, I'm not in the shape of my life, am I? I mean, so what does that tell me? I mean, it tells me that I'm not doing too good, okay? I mean, look at me. I'm not doing too good in terms of my image, okay? But look at my words. I mean, look at my words. I mean, my words are in the best shape of its life, okay? My words are something that guides you, okay? It guides you somewhere. I mean, it's very positive. I mean, I'm a very positive person in terms of communication, in terms of the words. I mean, do you hear my words? I mean, you can understand exactly how, if you sat here right next to me, you have a nice and beautiful presence with me, okay? And I mean, guess what? I promise you, we would talk ages. I mean, we will talk for something beyond recollection. I mean, imagine having a friend sit down with you, having a nice and beautiful personal conversation like this in front of people or in front of anywhere, and making sure that you understand that imagination is where we're going. I mean, you understand? So make sure you understand that's what I'm talking about with my videos. So do you think I'm going to stop my videos? I'm never going to stop my videos, no matter what kind of shape I am in. I mean, so make sure you understand, if I have cancer today, I'm still going to do my videos. I mean, you understand? I mean, if I just had a heart attack, okay, listen to me. If I just had a heart attack, I put on a video and I start doing a video again and again and again, okay? Because I'm never going to stop doing videos. I'm never going to stop, no matter what comes at me, okay? And why is that? Because I'm here to tell you. I apologize. So listen, that was my mom calling me. So make sure you understand I had to decline her. So make sure you understand that the thing about life is understanding that she may call me again now. And she's wondering what's happening and why did I decline. And you must understand that every single day, that if you really understand yourself, you're always going to understand to never ever do anything other than backtrack in life, where you can go and self-reflect upon everything around what you're really saying. So make sure you understand that if you lead yourself through words, you'll always find yourself through better words. I mean, you always find yourself in a way where you want to be, okay? So make sure you keep going and make sure you be confident about what you're saying in the moments, and just keep going and it will come back to you, okay? So what comes back to you? I mean, what you are going to say, okay? So what you say is understanding that your words, okay, in terms of my words over here, are very positive. I mean, it's very positive, isn't it? So make sure you understand that. I mean, see that? I mean, I've done that on purpose, okay? And now, you must understand, I may be a sick person right now, but is my words, I mean, are my words sick? Personally, my words are never sick. I mean, my words are eternal life. I mean, you understand? So the thing is that physical reality, I mean, you must understand, everybody gets old. I mean, everybody starts losing energy, okay? So make sure you understand that when you grow into 70 years of age, I promise you, you're not going to have as much energy as you did when you were 25 years of age, okay? So make sure you understand that everybody's going to age through life, but having your health is the most important thing, okay? So make sure you understand that. What you need to understand is if you sat with me here, I mean, imagine you sitting here with me and talking with me right now. I mean, what would we talk about? I mean, we would go imaginational worlds together, okay? I mean, we will talk about confidence and leadership and making sure we're talking about something of managing other people and talking about making sure that we're empathizing with people and making sure every single day that we're just here to always talk and observe, but never just talking about poker or about cards or, I mean, that's all boring to me. I mean, do you understand? I mean, what is not boring is when you're talking about something that's really, really helping you to succeed. So make sure you understand that. Either way, I mean, having a conversation is the best type of regard. So make sure you understand that no matter what you're talking about, it's the best type of regard, okay? So make sure you understand that if we were to talk about poker, I mean, imagine how talking about poker will become. I mean, this is what a conversation of poker cards, or this is how people talk when they have poker. I mean, guess what happened to me, bro? I mean, I had king, queen, I flopped the sets, and guess what? I mean, this guy riveted me, and that's it. I promise you, that's the conversation gone. I mean, conversation is dead, man. I mean, there's nothing else to talk about anymore. I mean, those people who talk like that are people who don't have communicational skills to keep going and to talk about something different. I mean, you understand? I mean, all they want to talk about is poker. I mean, poker's boring. I mean, you understand? I mean, poker, I mean, you must understand, if you talk about poker, I mean, talk about poker in ways like, hey, make sure you understand that if you're playing a strategy or a game, make sure you always hold your chips more than you give. I mean, you're saying, so make sure you understand that, no, you give more chips. I mean, give more chips than you hold, okay? So make sure you understand you have to be on the offense about poker. So if you're understanding about poker and if you're talking about poker with people, talk about strategies and rather than bad beats, okay? I mean, that's really, really something that I'm really understanding. So imagine now you're sitting right here with me, we're talking. So for example, it's about me and you right here. I mean, we're just going to understand imagination. I mean, imagination is the topic. I mean, what in your imagination is something that can arise from failure? I mean, in a sense, so when I ask you that question, I mean, what is your reply? I mean, you're going to say something like, imagination is the capacity to really live life, isn't it? So make sure you understand that when you're living life, you're making sure that you're doing something positive. So then I would reply and I would say, yes, exactly. So making sure every single day that you're always doing the best you can. And that is always something that's much more of a nice and beautiful entrepreneurship video. I mean, you understand? So sometimes you must understand, always, I always find myself my best friend. I mean, the best person around me is always the person that's talking to me the most. And that's me. I mean, I'm talking to myself 24/7 every single day. And I'm having that conversation with myself every single day. Because everybody else around me is so dead in terms of communication. I mean, you must understand, to rise to the occasion. So you can see how my cough, I mean, my cough is uninspired right now. I mean, you see, I mean, my physical body is sick. I mean, you see, I mean, are my words? I mean, my words are not sick, but eventually my life is going to become like this. Do you guys see me? I'm here. I'm learning, but I have low energy levels. I'm trying to do better, but guess what? I mean, every single day, do you see how I mean, do you see this? I mean, this is me when I'm 100 years of age. Okay? I mean, why? I have to whisper to you because guess what? I mean, it's going to be very, very, let's say, much more difficult to talk in that time where I'm talking about. So that time where you're going to be so low in energy. I mean, you're going to have so low in energy, okay, eventually in your life that you're going to be whispering, okay, because whispering is the best thing for you from that point. I mean, from that point, you just want more silence in your life, okay? So that's what I'm thinking ahead, okay? So when I'm thinking strategy or when I'm thinking personal techniques or anything that is strategy for you, I'm talking about education. I'm talking about self-education and self-realization and making sure every single day that you're creating something for yourself. So those people who are missing out on Danny Milivojevic, I mean, where are you guys at? I mean, you must understand every single day that it's more how you guys have to chase my knowledge. I don't have to chase you. I mean, you have to understand my knowledge is something that's pure freedom. I mean, you must understand that when you get it from Danny Milivojevic, that I believe in myself, okay? And you can see by my words, I believe in myself. And you must understand that when I say I believe in myself, I believe in myself, okay? And no matter how I look, I mean, I understand my worth. I mean, my worth has a lot to it. And you must understand every single day that when I go and talk to these people around poker or when I talk to these people around life, I mean, they're all dead to me. I mean, they have nothing to talk about. I mean, see, I mean, my mum especially, for example, when I talk to her about imagination and about things, I mean, she tells me to shut up, or she's not that interested about having an entrepreneurship mentorship, but she is in a way. I mean, she's always positive on me. I mean, she's not really trying to be negative on me, but the thing is that it's much more, we talk about what are you doing in life? I mean, where is this person? I mean, what are you doing with this person? It's not really that. I mean, it's really, we're talking about things. I mean, we're just updating each other about life, but you must understand that it's not really a conversation about what I'm talking about in this video, okay? So making sure they understand that my mum is much more interesting to talk to than these poker people. I mean, my mum is much more interesting to talk to than anyone else that I know except me. And I understand that now. I understand it's much more that she is now the leading person, the second most person that I talk to that has the most interesting conversation with me. I mean, she makes me laugh. She's very funny, okay? So making sure you understand that you have to be around funny people. So my mum makes me much more intelligent. I mean, you have to understand that it's much more how I can arise questions, and it doesn't have to be always about what's happening here and what's happening here. But with her, I can always understand, hey, mum, what do you think about imagination? Or, hey, mum, what do you think about having an inspiration in your life? I mean, how about making sure that you're always doing better? I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, hey, mum, I mean, what exactly do you eat and why do you eat that? I mean, it's always that. You're always asking questions that are always nice and beautiful for you to really conceive yourself in a better way. I mean, you're saying? So if you sat with me over here, I want you to speak with me in a way that you're not deadbeat. I mean, you understand? Because you must understand that my physical body is deadbeat, okay? I mean, do I look like a deadbeat person? I promise you, yes. I look like a deadbeat person. I'll tell you right now. But look at my words. I mean, are my words deadbeat? I promise you, my words are not deadbeat, okay? I mean, look at my words. I mean, I may be living in a deadbeat body, but I'm not deadbeat in terms of my eternal life, okay? My eternal freedom. I mean, you can understand my eternal gospel of what I'm told you in this video. I mean, look at my whole video. I've been progressive. I've been really progressive in terms of how I've been talking in this video. I've been talking really quickly, okay? But to you, it may be very slow, okay? But the thing is that when you read it on ×2 speed, I mean, go on YouTube and press speed and go ×2, and you're going to really understand how fast I speak. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that if you sat here with me right now, I mean, we're not just going to watch the TV. I mean, listen to me. I mean, people who just watch TV all day long, like this, just watching TV with no communication, Roshi, that to me is deadbeat, okay? Roshi, you must understand that if you sit with a person, you turn off the fucking TV. I mean, make sure you understand, you start talking about entrepreneurship. I mean, you start talking about business. I mean, you start talking about exchange of information, man. I mean, making sure you're giving value to people. I mean, you understand? I mean, give me some fucking value. I mean, don't just talk about your girlfriend. I mean, talk about something about your girlfriend that is really something that's achieving in life, but making sure that you're never talking about other people in a negative way, but making sure that you're talking about your girlfriend and other people in a good way, but making sure that you're understanding that you're not just talking about your girlfriend. I mean, you're changing topics. I mean, making sure that when I say, let's talk about imagination, I mean, let's talk about reality. I mean, let's talk about spirituality. I mean, let's talk about veganism. I mean, let's talk about the gospel of Jesus Christ. I mean, let's talk about fatty acids. I mean, let's talk about technology. I mean, let's talk about something that's really going to get us to do better. I mean, you understand? Because that's how upbeat I am. I'm very upbeat in terms of my words, but my body is deadbeat, okay? And now, why is that? Because I haven't been doing my information, okay? I haven't been doing my information. I have the information in my head, but I'm not somebody at the moment who's been doing that, okay? I have the path, but I have to walk it, okay? I have to walk it alone. And that's the thing. I mean, you must understand that I get afraid, okay? I get afraid to walk that path, but I'm not afraid as well, okay? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to walk that path, but make sure you understand that it's much more that I have to really deal with that life. I have to deal with that life at the moment. And you must understand that there are outside boundaries that are also reflecting exactly what I've been taught and what I've been really understanding about my life. But it's how you I apologize. See, guys, so I apologize for that. For some reason, my camera over here has really stopped. So it stopped for some reason, and it said camera failed. And I was like hoping, I was like saying, please, please, God, do not let my audio not show in this video. But my audio is playing. I mean, do you hear my audio? So that's good. I mean, in a sense, so that's good, because there was a camera fail on my computer over here. And you must understand that since I understand that happened, I understand that for next time, that I don't have to be worried about that. I don't have to get worried in life. So you must understand that when your actual phone stops for no reason, and your camera goes off and goes blank for some reason, and then you're always, I mean, you're actually you're thinking actually what to do. I mean, you understand, and you're actually always understanding that you're not thinking what to do. I mean, you're just really, really understanding what to do, but it's more that you're understanding that you have to talk and you have to really, really boost your mindset. But that's God talking, okay? And that's something that's really, really helping me to understand that God talks through you, okay? And God's always talking through you. So make sure you understand that my camera stopped. And when a camera stops on its own, I mean, sometimes there's an audio dysfunction in that, okay? So luckily, there was no audio dysfunction in my camera. And that's why you have my audio in the video, okay? So make sure you understand that before I had this nice and beautiful microphone, and now because I had this nice and beautiful microphone, I put it in my camera, in terms of my video camera over here, or my phone camera, and I disconnected it from the video, and then the 1 hour video had no audio in it. I mean, and that's what I was scared about. I was very scared that all my talking that I've done for the past hour is going to be silent without audio. So now I don't want to keep repeating myself. I want to keep moving on. So that's the thing about understanding upbeat people. If you want to be really upbeat, you have to talk differently, okay? You have to really, really understand how to go from point A to point B, okay? But that's really knowledge that can teach you that. I mean, knowledge can teach you point A to point B, okay? To point C to point D. But imagination can take you everywhere. And that's what Albert Einstein said. So imagination understands how to teach you everything, okay? So the more you understand how to imaginate yourself into a planet of whatever world you want to be. I mean, you can be in the zombie world. I mean, zombies all around me. I mean, I'm in paradise. I mean, over here, I'm in Afghanistan. I'm watching a beautiful woman over here. I mean, she's really sexy. I mean, I have this nice and beautiful imagination of this woman, of this woman here in my life. So make sure you understand, you have to be energetic. So when I look at people's communication at poker, I mean, I see people, I understand their communicational skills are not as upbeat as me. I promise you, they are not on the same frequency as me, okay? And now, why is that? I can tell by the actual words that they're saying. And now, you can actually pick up on people's words. And you can pick up on a different level. And what you can do in front of them, you can inspire people through your awareness and through your words and through your advice. You can actually manipulate people in a way that you can better them, okay? And now, how do you better people? I mean, what you do is you talk, and you talk words. And now when you talk, you have to understand what to talk about, and how to talk it, and why to talk it, and who to talk it to, and where to talk it. And you have to understand all those nice and beautiful theories of life. I mean, you're saying, because when you're actually talking, what you have to understand is how smart I am in this video. I mean, in a sense, so imagine talking to me in this video. I mean, imagine me and you having a conversation right now, and you're sitting on this couch. I mean, that's what you've been doing the whole time with me. I mean, you are with me on this couch right here. I mean, you understand? I mean, you're sitting with me in this conversation with me. And now you're talking to me right now, but you're listening to me, okay? And now because you're listening to me, I'm taking you into inspiration. I'm taking you into a world of fascination. I'm taking you into a nice and beautiful conversational skill that you can understand for yourself and that you understand already. Then you have to understand something, that you guys are very smart, because you have to understand every single day that no matter how much I say that you're smart, you have to think. I mean, you have to think, but you have to do smart, okay? You have to do smart. And now you must understand that people have to always be very intelligent. So make sure you understand that my body right now has very low energy levels. But my words, when I'm speaking words, I have fast communicational skills. I have really, really nice and beautiful vibrance. I have vibrant communicational skills, okay? But you must understand that when I look at people's words over here, I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, you must understand how people are low on energy over here. I mean, they think that their physical body is what they are. I mean, they are not their physical body. I mean, you must understand, people over here, I mean, having a tough life, man. I mean, looking at 2 cards. I mean, looking at the flop. I mean, talking about poker. I mean, I hit the king. I mean, big deal, man. I mean, big deal. I mean, tell me what that king can do for you. I mean, make sure every single day that you have to understand, like, seriously. I mean, make sure you understand to tell people you're smart. I mean, show people that you're smart. I mean, show people your communicational skills. I mean, show people and never be afraid to be loud, okay? I mean, make sure you understand that if you're loud and if you're the loudest one on the table, I promise you definitely someone is going to talk to you about something. So make sure you understand that if you're the smartest person in the room, get out of the room, okay? So make sure you understand every single day, make sure you understand that the wisest person is very smart, okay? And the wisest person is very silent, okay? So the more silent you are in front of people, the more you're going to do better, okay? So make sure you understand that people want silence. So the more silence you give other people, the better for you. But if you want to understand how to lift awareness, and if you want to understand how to lift people in terms of awareness, then what you do is a life coaching video like this. I mean, that's one way that you can lift awareness in the world, and you upload it into YouTube and you upload it on your social media and you send it to people. Or you understand something. I mean, make sure you understand that you send it onto social media somewhere and make sure that people watch it. And make sure that you build awareness for this, okay? But make sure that you understand that you have to talk your way through life. But look at people's words. I mean, they're talking about random things. I mean, they're talking about politics. I mean, they're talking about this. I mean, make sure you understand that when you're talking about something, make sure that you can add to the conversation. I mean, you're adding to the conversation. I mean, you say, what are you talking about? I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, why is that very important? I mean, make sure you understand that you have to really, really ask those questions. And now, when you ask questions with people, you're always going to be much more upbeat, okay? So make sure you understand that sometimes people are very ignorant and they have nothing to give you. So what you understand, you just keep talking, okay? You keep talking in front of people, and you have to understand that they have to understand you, and they have to understand exactly what you're talking about, okay? Because when you understand how to actually give theories and stuff like that in front of people, and then they're going to appreciate you more because you actually gave them much more awareness. So seek to give people awareness about what you're actually giving, okay? So what you actually understand, that since you're sitting on the couch with me over here, you're talking about something and we're talking about something together, okay? And it's not you versus me. I mean, it's we always. I mean, it's always we are doing each other over here. So make sure you understand that no matter what, it's never a competition with other people. I mean, if you sit on the poker table and you're the most vibrant one on the table, I promise you, you're always going to win in poker, okay? And you're always going to win in whatever you do. So make sure you understand that anything that's selfish, like gambling, for example, I mean, do you know what people do? I mean, people go on sports bet and they put $25 on the horse. I mean, they put it on the horse, or they put it on some soccer team, and guess what? I mean, they may win maybe $7 or $100, and they keep it to themselves. I mean, that's selfish. But if you do this, I mean, put $25, listen to me. I mean, listen to me. And this is how you win in gambling. I mean, put $25 on the team, and all your winnings go to a homeless person. I mean, now there's a different way to bet, and there's a better way to bet, because now you're betting to give someone else some freedom, and that way you're going to win, okay? So if you want to place a bet, and if you want to gamble really, then the best gamblers in the world are not I'm pretty sure the best gamblers in the world are not selfish. So make sure you understand. So if you want to really gamble, make sure you understand you put $100 on the line of your own money to make $10, or to make, let's say, $50, or to make $1,000, and all your winnings go to a charity. And make sure you understand that's the best way to gamble, okay? So whatever you do, if you go to poker, for example, make sure you understand this is how you play poker as well. I mean, all your winnings go to another person, okay? And never for you, okay? Because what you give to others comes back to you tenfold, okay? So make sure you understand that. So every single day now, I understand much more about how to actually give $1 to someone. I mean, in a sense of what I do is I gamble on Sportsbet now, and I make sure I pick 5 teams, and I say, God, if you let me win this, I'll go give it to a homeless person. And God's going to make you win, okay? But if you lose, first, God's going to give you even more, okay? Because you're playing with God over here, okay? So make sure every single day that no matter what, if you ask God, if you ask God for money or for information or for wherever, everything is information. I mean, you must understand, everything is information. I apologize. I promise you now, everything is information in life. So everything that you're giving is love. I mean, what have I given you in this video? I've given you my attitude. I've given you a positive, optimistic mind. I've given you abundance. I've given you information. I've given you love. I've given you a conversation. I've given you communicational skills. I've given you also awareness. I've also boosted your awareness to some degree. I've given you ideas. I mean, I've given you the whole lot, and I've done it for free. Okay? So make sure you understand that if I'm always doing something around life, and even if I'm looking at the television right now, I mean, look at my words. I mean, my words are very positive right here. Okay, so I'm very aware of my words, and I understand my words are very positive, and my words are something that you need. I mean, you need to have a positive attitude like my words, okay? And the way I speak, okay? Now, the way I speak in terms of my body language is fucking shit, okay? And now look at my body language. I mean, my body language right now tells me that I'm low, okay? I'm low on energy, okay? But look at my words. I mean, am I low on energy with my words? I mean, my words in terms of how I speak with my words, I'm very fast. I'm very fast to the point in terms of how I speak, yeah? Because I have a lot of practice. I have a lot of practice speaking, okay? And I've done public speaking in front of people. I've done over 200 hours of public speaking in front of people, okay? So the thing is, you must understand that each and every single time I push my body 144 times, I push my body to go in front of people, okay? 144 times. And that 144 times, I built 200 hours and over 200 hours of public speaking in front of people. So also, sometimes you don't understand how you have to stand for 2 hours. You have to stand for 6 hours in front of people. And that's all body. I mean, that's all body awareness. I mean, that's all like physical stuff. That I had to drag my trolley over there. I had to wake up at a certain time. I had to have a strict diet. So I had to always understand that if you want to do busking performances every single day, then you're going to have to need a strict diet. You're going to have to need a strict sleep cycle. And you're going to need also to have a trolley with you and have a portable speaker and have a microphone and also pick a spot somewhere. I mean, get your busking license. I mean, there's a lot that goes into a busking performance. And then you have to stand in front of people and you have to talk. And then you have to understand that no matter how tired you are, have some water. Have a little break. So make sure you understand that it's nice and beautiful to stand in front of people and to speak and to talk to people. And that's the best thing about it. So you must understand that I had this Asian guy, and this Asian guy says, what is integrity? And I told him, I said, integrity is when you're not, integrity is something that you keep your word. You're saying when you're keeping your word every single day, you understand that you're always going to do better, and you're always going to understand it's much more about that. And he said that he disagrees. He said he disagrees with that. I said to him, no worries, mate. That's the way it is. And I just move on. I don't want to change his mind anymore, because I gave him my opinion and he just disagrees with that. And when you disagree with people, I promise you, then you're always closed-minded, okay? So never disagree with people. You understand? Because you must understand, always raise the question, but never raise the issue, okay? Never raise the issue with people. So you must understand that if you want to be so interesting in life, make an interesting conversation, just like this video, okay? And make sure you understand that this video is an interesting conversation with you, okay? And now, if you understand that if you're somebody who says that this video over here that I made for you is not interesting, then make sure you understand that you can go and find someone else who is interesting for you. And that way you can understand that I have nothing else to give you other than my love, okay? And make sure you understand every single day that no matter what, you have to understand that now, since I understand my dad, my dad, in terms of his words, I'm pretty sure his words are very low and he has a low frequency, okay? And I can see in terms of his words. And now when I look at people, I look at people in terms of how they speak words to me. And now when I look at Dave, I see Dave over here, I see he's feeling good about himself in terms of how his energy is, in terms of his words. And he's trying to lift me up. I'm pretty sure he's trying to say, hey, are you all right? What's happening with you? He's really, really encouraging me here. But the thing is that I'm just a very upbeat person in terms of my words. So imagine me like this, down on myself over here. But I'm looking to see over here, I'm looking to see exactly what people are doing. You can see exactly how aware I am in terms of my words. And then Dave comes up to me and I turn around and my body's not, I realize my body's not as, let's say, as motivated, but my words, I say, hey man, I would say, what's happening, man? I mean, where were you? I mean, are you going home or what's happening? I mean, yeah, I mean, either way, I'm talking with him. But the thing is that in that situation, I mean, what I can say is, do you have anything to say in terms of, like, for example, imagination? I mean, or do you have anything to say in terms of, let's say, how you live life or whatever it is in terms of going to the better place in life or making sure that you're doing much better in life? Or what are your thoughts about having personal development in your life or having a conversation, but making sure you understand that it was not the situation to do it in, but yes, it is also. I mean, you can also make sure that you understand that it's much more how you have to raise the question, okay? And now, did I raise the question with him here? I promise you now, I asked him questions, but I asked him questions related to the moments. I mean, what was happening around us instead of what's happening around the imagination over there somewhere. I mean, so the thing is, every single day, then now, when I pay attention to other people and understand Dave on the table over here, I mean, he's talking. I mean, he's really, really understanding to suss something out, but he's really, really over here. I mean, he's feeling down on himself. And now, why is he feeling down on himself? I mean, he's talking about politics over here. And now, when he's talking about politics, I mean, he's having an interesting conversation with someone. And now, is it interesting? Approach you always has to be interesting. And now, make sure you understand that every single conversation has to be interesting, okay? And now, every single conversation has to have interest. And you must understand that. So make sure you understand that when I'm listening to his conversation, I mean, somehow I wasn't listening to him much. I wasn't listening to him much. I was more focusing on myself over here. And now when I was focusing on myself over here, I was just focusing on being silent. I was listening to silence over here. And that's something that I understand now. And I understand how to actually be silent much more. So make sure you understand that it's much more, when I don't listen to other people, I'm much more listening to silence, okay? So make sure you understand that when you're listening to silence, you're just focusing, okay? You're just focusing. And what was I focusing on? I was focusing on silence. I wasn't focusing on poker. I wasn't focusing at all on poker. I was focusing on having peace and quiet in my life. I mean, in a sense, so that's the thing. I mean, that's where I was in that situation. So every single day, you must understand that now. Understand that when I'm focused, I'm listening to silence. I'm not listening to poker. I'm not listening to other people. I mean, so I'm listening to silence because silence boosts your focus. Okay, so when I listen to silence while I talk, you must understand to always listen to silence while you're talking, because always be aware of your body and how you are on a daily basis. And that way you always be much more focused and much more vibrant. So if you understand anything about this video, I can keep going, and make sure you always create interest. I mean, there's a way to create interest in everything you do. So if you want to understand anything about anything I've said in this life coaching video, I mean, you must understand I'm a life coach, and that's why I'm teaching all ranges of things. And that's my special ability. And you must understand that I do music production as well, and I do some kind of music that is out there. I mean, you must understand it's something that's worth a listen. I mean, it's worth one listen, okay? I mean, you must understand. And now, if it's worth 2 listens for you, I mean, congratulations. So make sure you understand that what I do about life, and you must understand every single day that all music is worth 1 listen, okay? I mean, you must understand that, and all people are worth listening to, okay? And you must understand to always listen to people. I'm pretty sure I had this person come up to me once, and this person came up to me in a busking performance and started really, really trying to aggravate me in terms of his words. And what was I doing? I was just listening to him. And did he aggravate me? I'm pretty sure no. Probably not once did he aggravate me, because I don't know how to be aggravated. I mean, in a sense, so that's the thing. I mean, now I won the challenge, and now I won his respect over, and that's how I actually became much better, okay? So what you do in those situations is you make sure that when people want to aggravate you, they have nothing to aggravate you about. So my place in the world is going out there, making busking performances happen every single day, and making sure that I'm always doing better for myself. So what I want to do is I want to push myself every single day to always do my work, and I want to make sure that I'll go do some more busking performances for myself, because that's going to challenge me. And now a busking performance is always a challenge when you're in front of people and you're always speaking. I mean, you're saying, because when you're looking at different ways of life, and when you're looking at crowds and you're the loudest one in the crowd, I mean, you're the spotlight. I mean, that it feels good. I mean, trust me. I mean, every single day that I feel in the spotlight for myself over here, I mean, just like when you're a baby, I mean, you were born and your mum and your dad looked at you and you're in the spotlight. I mean, you're saying, I mean, that's the best way. I mean, you straight away, you're famous, okay? And straight away, you have to understand that as soon as you came out into this world, I mean, you were famous. I mean, you're saying, I mean, you became famous in front of your mum and dad. I mean, you're saying, so every single day, you must understand, all your family as well. So you must understand that in order to understand how to public speak, you have to understand to be a non-smoker, okay? But you must understand that drugs make you tired, okay? I mean, drugs make me tired. And now, since I understand that no matter what since I do smoke cigarettes at the moment, I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit smoking cigarettes eventually. But you must understand that the thing is that smoking cigarettes never harms my words and never harms my optimistic lifestyle. So, for example, if I started smoking a cigarette now, I promise you must understand that I have to start breathing, okay? And I have to start breathing and talking at the same time, but making sure that you understand, I never smoke a cigarette while I'm doing my life coaching video, okay? Because it's too difficult. I mean, you see, I mean, it makes your body tired, but the thing is, you must understand that it doesn't make your words tired, okay? I mean, you must understand that your physical body is going to rot. I mean, your physical body is going to rot, okay? So it's going to start declining. And you must understand that my body is declining right now. And you must understand that's the thing that is showing me right now that death is approaching me, okay? And death is approaching my life. But I'm not afraid of death. And you must understand that all I want to do is I want to leave behind all this kind of education that I've been doing. And just like my life coaching video here, like everything that I've been doing in terms of life coaching. So everything that you've listened to in this video is what I've been doing in my life. I mean, it's something that I work on. And it's something that I'm always passionate about. I mean, you can see exactly how passionate I am about my video here and how I'm passionate about the work I do. So imagine you having me as a life coach. I mean, you can imagine me talking to you. I mean, every single day I'd ask you questions like, what is your life? I mean, how do you live your life? I mean, what are your habits? I mean, what else do you have to tell me? I mean, what are you struggling with at the moment? I mean, how about your nutrition? I mean, I can ask you so many questions, and then I can get to the nitty gritty about your life, and I can tell you exactly what to do and to guide your path. I mean, in a sense, so first of all, it's nutrition. Nutrition is the best way to guide your path. And then anything in terms of resources, I can give you those resources. But you must understand that people are unwilling to give me money. Or actually, they're unwilling to give me money about all this information that I give for free. In a sense, so no matter what, you must understand, I live in a world where I'm so educated about life. I'm so educated about things about my life in terms of my personal experiences. I have rich personal experiences that I want to teach. And you must understand that my dad, for example, says something negative over here, and he says something that my life is nothing to be taught about. I mean, he doesn't want me to teach anything about my life. I mean, he says for me over here, he says something, that's your business. I mean, do your business. I mean, he has nothing against me doing my business. I mean, you understand? But the thing is that he doesn't understand how smart I am. I mean, in front of him, I act stupid. I act stupid in front of him. I mean, I act in a way that, like, I'm not stupid, but you must understand that if you act stupid in front of people, first they're going to think you're stupid and they're going to love you. I promise you, they're going to love you anyway. I mean, for example, if you act stupid in front of people, they're going to love you. But if you act smart in front of people, they're going to resent you. Okay? So if you really, really understand this, then no matter what happens in life, make sure you're keeping your word. Because when you keep your word, listen to me, when you keep your word, then you're going to be the smartest person alive, and you're going to have a lot of haters, okay? You're going to have a lot of haters because guess what? You're keeping your word, okay? And you're very, very smart and optimistic, and that's what keeps people very down in life. And you must understand that people who are very smart and optimistic, who keep their word. And now, if I've been keeping my word, I probably know. I haven't been keeping my word, but I'm very smart and optimistic. Okay, I'm very smart and optimistic that I can keep my word, okay? And I know I can do it. And you must understand that the thing is that if I start speaking up in front of these people and raising their awareness and telling them what's good for them, perhaps they may tell me to shut the fuck up. Perhaps they may say that they disagree with me. Perhaps they may start arguing with me. Perhaps the thing is that I just remain silent. I mean, in the sense that I just be silent with those people. But if I want to increase awareness in front of those people, then I have to keep talking. But the more you keep talking, the more you agitate them. I mean, so the more you actually talk to them, the more they actually either disagree with you or either argue with you, okay, about things. I mean, they disagree with you. I mean, they agree to disagree. But make sure you understand to never agree to disagree. I mean, make sure you always agree, okay? So if you want to be the smartest person in the room, just be silent and be stupid. I mean, be stupid in front of those people, okay? But make sure you understand that if you want to be smart, really, do these life coaching videos. I mean, do all these life coaching videos and do it in silence and do it alone. And make sure you understand, I'd rather do this alone than go out there spreading awareness in front of those people out there who's showing low vibes, okay? Because they're just going to give me low vibes, okay? Because you must understand that if you go around low vibe people, for example, Poker over there, I'm pretty sure plenty of them have low vibes. And why do they have, they have no intellectual knowledge to give you a video. To actually give you anything in terms of communicational skills that they've learned in life that they can give you. Okay, so if you start educating them about something, they're going to say, no, that's not true. They're going to start arguing with you. And then everything gets loud. They say, and then whoever gets louder, then it starts getting dangerous. Okay? So, in front of other people, is the best way, okay? But making sure that you go away from people and do your work. So am I away from people now? I'm away from people, aren't I? Because look how smart I am. I'm very smart because they're never going to tell me to shut the fuck up now. Who's going to tell me to shut up? Who's going to tell me to shut the fuck up? Are you going to tell me to shut the fuck up? Because I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you and what you're saying to me. You're saying, so make sure you understand, it's either you're going to watch me or just go somewhere else. It's so simple. You understand? Because either way, I don't want to argue with you. I'm here to give my opinion and my advice. I put it on YouTube and whoever wants to watch it can watch it. And that's it. So I actually be smart this way, because when I go busking performances and I start doing busking, I promise you there are going to be people out there who are going to disagree with you. I promise you they're going to come up to you and say they just disagree with you. And that's the thing. I promise you just start spreading your word anyway. And you must understand that the thing is that if you're doing busking performances, it can get very dangerous because there are low vibe people out there. And people out there want to steal your stuff. I promise you, I was doing busking performances and this kid is trying to steal my stuff. He's trying to steal my stuff in front of me. This other person was ripping down my poster. This other person was kicking my business cards. You understand? This other person was trying to punch me. There's all sorts of things. This other guy actually punched me while I was talking. So the thing is that you're going to understand that if you go around doing busking performances, it's going to be dangerous, okay? But driving a car is dangerous. Being on a plane is dangerous. You must understand that you have much more chances to live life being in front of people speaking up and speaking up for yourself than driving a car, for example. There's much more chances to live life, but making sure that you understand something, that when I do a busking performance, I do it in a different place every single time. I never go to the same place anymore to do my busking performances, because what I've learned in life is that if you keep going to the same place to do busking performances and the same people are always watching you, one of them is going to be very violent with you, okay? So make sure you understand that if you change scenarios and if you change your perspective and you go somewhere else where you've never been to do a busking performance, I promise you what happens is you start to actually find knowledge in you, and you actually start to really, really see how you were in life, and you're actually always learning much more as you're going along, okay? So what you're actually doing is you're actually learning something about the process, but you're actually out there in front of people and you're just really talking and you're guiding people in a way that you're really showing people exactly who you are, and you're making sure they understand that people are never going to be violent with you when you're the first time there, okay? You're the first person they see doing it for the first time. Approach, they're never going to be violent with you the first time round. But if you show up the 8th time, the 10th time, the 15th time, approach, people start to be very, very jealous of you, and they start to really, really be violent with you. So people are very violent with positive people, I promise you. So look at Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is very positive and people were violent with him. I promise you, JF Kennedy was very positive and people were violent with him. I promise you, Mahatma Gandhi was very positive and people were violent with him. For example, who else? There are plenty of other people as well that this has happened to. You must understand. So if you want to understand, for example, around poker, I act stupid around poker. I act stupid in front of people. You must understand, in front of my doctor. And now in front of my Dr. Anwar, guess what? I say something about this guy that no matter what, I act stupid in front of him. I act stupid in front of him, okay? Because you must understand that the smarter I am in front of him, the smarter, the more resenting he's going to become of me. He's going to resent me if I become smart in front of him. So that's why he's not dropping my medication anymore, because I asked him all these questions. So I understand now. So guess what? He's not going to drop my medication at all because I've been acting smart in front of him. So he wants to ruin my life, okay? And you must understand that at the same time, he gave me disability support pension. Okay, he gave me disability support pension. So the thing is, I'm going to put this on YouTube, and if he finds it, I mean, good luck. I mean, I have nothing bad to say about you, man. But you must understand that either way, I'm not sick. I mean, regardless if you're a doctor who studied psychiatry for 13 years, I mean, I'm not sick. I mean, my body's physically sick right now because I have a flu. I have a cold and flu. I mean, do you think I'm schizophrenic right now? I mean, with all the words I've given you, I mean, you must understand, like, seriously. I mean, where's the education here? I mean, you must understand every single day that if you want to be smart alone, okay? I mean, that's what I've learned. I mean, never be around other people. I mean, the more you're around other people, I mean, if you're around other people, be stupid around them. I mean, be stupid around other people. I mean, shh about your smarts. I mean, be quiet about your smarts, because the wisest person is silent. I mean, the most stupid people are the loudest in the room. Just remember that. The most stupid people are the loudest in the room, okay? And the most stupid people, I promise you, the most stupid people lead countries, okay? Look at Putin. Putin is killer, mate. I promise you, that guy killing Ukrainians at the moment. I mean, he's a stupid person, okay? I mean, do you understand? I mean, Putin is a stupid person for doing that. And now, he's intelligent in the way of other ways. I mean, he's intelligent in the way that he can never do it, but he's killing people, okay? And that's stupid for me. I mean, it's stupid to kill people for your country, okay? And now, look at Scott Morrison. I mean, Scott Morrison is stupid for supplying things to, for example, for supplying evidence. I mean, it's not evidence. I mean, he's supplying weapons so other people can kill themselves. And now, is that smart or stupid? I'm pretty sure that's actually smart. I mean, it's a smart thing to do, okay? I mean, why is it smart to supply weapons to another country so that they can defend themselves? I mean, it's supply. So if you supply something to another person, it's very smart because you're giving. I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ gave wine to the people, okay? I mean, you have to understand, Scott Morrison is smart for doing that, okay? So I'm really, really understanding that either way, that if you look at, for example, this guy over here, I mean, he kicked the person out for protesting against him. You never kick out people. I mean, never ever kick out people from doing anything that they're not supposed to or whatever they're doing. I mean, never ever kick someone out because they said something. So that's poor leadership skills. I mean, understand that. So every single day, that if you want to understand anything in terms of vibes, that if people are not on your side, then be silent. But if people are on your side, be silent. Okay? I mean, do you understand? So be silent with people. So make sure you understand that either way, I just act stupid in front of other people, okay? And why do I act stupid? Because people just love me for being stupid. I mean, they love me for being stupid. But as soon as I raise my voice, they fucking get violent with me. I mean, they start disagreeing with me. I mean, they start getting jealous about me. Because they don't have the awareness. I mean, they don't have the vibes. I mean, they don't have the actual vibes. But, I mean, guess what? I mean, my psychiatrist may be giving me all this medication to kill me, but he can never kill my words. I mean, he can never kill my words, okay? I mean, do you understand that? I mean, Jesus Christ is listening right now as well. I mean, he can never kill my optimism in terms of my words. I mean, he can kill my body. I mean, who cares about my body? But my words is what I care about. I mean, understand? I mean, I care about my words. And now, guess what? Eventually, I'm going to care more and more about my body as well. Okay? But the thing is that I'm ready to go from this life anyway. I mean, understand? But am I really ready? I promise you, guess what? I promise you, no. I promise you, guess what? I'm not ready yet to leave because I have a higher purpose. I have something higher to do. Okay? I have something to do in this planet, and only I understand exactly what I'm doing. And Jesus Christ understands. So what I'm doing, guys, is this. Okay? I'm doing this video. I'm doing the silence. I'm making sure you understand I'm doing something that's high beyond this life. I'm making a life for myself in other ways, okay? And that's my richness that I'm giving in this world. So, my dad's sleeping. I mean, you understand? I mean, he's not creating anything for you anymore, okay? So you can go and check out my dad, Dula Milivojevic, and you can see he's singing things. I mean, my dad's a singer. And now my dad's got a great voice. I mean, he has a great voice. I mean, you understand? So he's going to lift your nice and beautiful awareness through his singing. So I have nothing bad to say about people, but the thing is that I say the truth. And now the truth is something that people don't understand. I mean, they don't understand the truth and what the truth is. I mean, the truth is something that sets you free. I mean, it's something that you have to become better at. I mean, it's something that you have to understand for yourself every single day. And you have to understand that if you want to do better, you have to learn how to actually speak for yourself. So the more I educate you, the more I educate myself. You understand? I mean, do you think I'm lying? I mean, do you think I have nothing to say? I mean, do you think I'm lying about this video? I promise you, I'm telling you the absolute truth. I'm telling you exactly what life is. I mean, I'm a life coach. I'm talking broadly. I mean, do you see how many topics I've talked about in this video already? I've went from topic to topic to topic to topic to topic because I cannot just stay on one topic. I have to talk everything. I mean, I have to talk everything. I have to talk life, man. I mean, life is problems. I mean, life is situations. I mean, life is circumstances. I mean, life is Jesus Christ. I mean, life is talk about everything in the damn dictionary. I mean, talk about everything. And I'm not angry. I mean, you have to understand that words are words, and you must understand that my cousin, for example, blocked me because I said something to her. I mean, that's stupid. I mean, why would you block me because I said some words to you? I mean, you understand? So that person is never deserving of me anymore, and that's it. I promise you, you must understand that either way, I'm not going to chase her. I'm not going to chase them anymore. And part of my family has broken up because of my words. I mean, my words are the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I mean, so every single day, you must understand every single day that your words either drive people away from you or they drive people towards you. Okay, so make sure you understand that some people get offended about your words and they never come back. And make sure you understand they're not meant to be in your life. Okay, and that's it. I promise you, the people who are meant to be in your life understand your words and they understand who you are. Okay, so every single day, make sure you understand who you are. I promise you, you are something beyond this world. I promise you, you are something beyond everything. Okay, and you make sure you understand that every single day, I promise you, no matter what, I see my psychiatrist, for example. I see he said something, for example. I mean, I'm looking at him today, and he's looking very nervous. I promise you, he's looking very nervous in front of me. I promise you, he's asking me a lot of questions here and there to get to the nitty-gritty of something that he wants to satisfy in himself, okay? And I asked him, do you want to drop my medication? I promise you, he said no. So, God says for me over here that no worries. I promise you, karma's going to get him. Karma's going to get him, okay? Something in his life is going to happen to him, and somebody is going to be doing that to him very soon. So what you do to others is what others have done and what others are going to do onto you, okay? So make sure you understand that. People think that I'm schizophrenic. I'm not schizophrenic, but you must understand that I got what I deserved, okay? I got what I deserve. I deserve this. I deserve whatever I have at the moment and whatever I've achieved. But whatever I've achieved, I'll show you right now, is not the body. I don't care about the body, okay? I care about the spiritual life. I care about something spiritual, okay? I mean, my body is going to die regardless, but this video is going to live forever, okay? I promise you, my content and what I create in this life is what my work is. I promise you, my work is not the fucking 9 to 5 putting fucking brick after brick after brick after brick or bricklaying or anything like that. I mean, you understand? And making sure you understand that my work is not fucking security guard at a fucking local shop center or some shit. I mean, my fucking work is making sure that I express Jesus Christ to you and express everything the best. Okay? I mean, I'm not angry for saying swear words. And you must understand that swear words is just a word. I mean, when you fucking say something, it really digs in, doesn't it? It really digs in when you say fucking, okay? Because fucking hell, I'll show you something. I mean, guess what? I mean, it really tells you the truth of who I am, okay? Because you must understand, if you want to be a badass, you have to, I mean, if you want to be a badass, you have to learn how to fucking swear sometimes. I mean, you understand? So that's how you understand how to be a badass, okay? So, for example, I understand that my words can never bring me down, okay? My words can never bring me down, but my body can, okay? And now, why can my body bring me down? I promise you, because my body's gonna die, okay? My body's dying, regardless of how much weight I have or how much ugly I look. I mean, I look ugly right now, okay? But I'm also beautiful, okay? I'm beautiful in one way, I'm ugly in one way, and that's it. I promise you, you must understand, I am the way I am. But look at my words. I mean, how beautiful are my words? I promise you, my words are never ugly. I promise you, my words are never ugly. I promise you, my words is the truth. And the truth shall set you free. And if you listen to information, and if you understand that information every single day of your life, and you understand every single day that God's listening to this and everything that I say, and God understands what I'm saying right now, and I'm sure that you understand exactly what I'm saying and where I'm leading you, then you have to go the words, okay? Because the words shall set you free. So make sure you understand that I am something beyond this life. I mean, you can never stop me. I mean, you can never stop my progression. So why do I have all the best photos of me on my YouTube channel? I mean, look at my YouTube channel and understand why I have all my videos and all my nice and beautiful audio content and everything I'm doing in terms of my videos. And I have all my fashion photos because I want to show you my thumbnails. I want to show you my YouTube thumbnails. So my YouTube thumbnails have all the best fashion photos of me because I want to show you the best version of me. You understand? Because that's the best version of me. But what's behind that photo is information. And that's what I want to understand. And that's something that I am. I'm that information, okay, that I've given you. I'm the information that I've given you. So if there are people in the planet who have given level 1 information, and there are people in the planet who have given level 30 information. So if you've given level 30 information, then you live a level 30 life, okay? So the more you live in a better term, the better you are. So what I want to teach you also is the 1 meter rule, okay? And what the 1 meter rule states is that anybody who's around 1 meter of you, make sure that you're always talking to them first, okay? Talk to them first. But if they are not in your 1 meter rule, get the fuck away from them, okay? I mean, if they're not 1 meter in radius of you, get the fuck away from them as much as possible. I mean, so if you, I seen a friend over there, my friend over there is 10 meters away. I never go approaching him to say hi. But if he waves at me, I wave back. But I never approach him. I mean, why would I approach him? I mean, why would I walk 20 steps to shake his hand? I mean, it looks stupid to me. So guess what? I looked at him. He looked at me. He didn't walk my way. I didn't walk his way. We gave space and silence to each other, and I respect that. I don't find him a coward. I don't find him stupid. I mean, he's just smart for me. I mean, he didn't walk my way. I didn't walk his way. It's a stalemate. I mean, understand? And that's the way it is. I mean, we seen each other. And that's it. I was at my best version back then, and he was at his worst version, okay? So what you want to understand is, why don't people want to be around me? I'm pretty sure people don't want to be around me because they don't understand me. They don't understand my information. That's how simple it is. Why aren't women chasing me? Because they don't understand my information. They don't seek out my information. If people don't seek out your information, they're never going to be with you. I mean, so the thing is that if you want to understand to teach more and longer, you're always going to teach a better life story and better ways of techniques and things to say for yourself. I mean, in a sense, so every single day you have to understand that no matter what, your body's going to die, okay? Your body's going to die, and you have to understand to never regret anything in life, okay? But make sure you understand something, that the more you create information, I'm telling you right now, that the more you create these videos that I'm creating, okay, in terms of life or anything that you're interested about, and you create videos on that, and the more you do it, the more you benefit this world, and the more you have a great legacy. And that's what you work for. And my dreams, I work for my dreams every single day. And my dreams is to have a great legacy and nothing else. You must understand, I want to be someone in this world. And that's it. I want to make sure that I'm somebody like the Buddha. I'm somebody like Jesus Christ. I'm somebody like Osho. I'm somebody like Dr. Wayne Dyer. I'm somebody like Zig Ziglar. I'm somebody like Jim Rohn. I can fucking teach you something. I mean, you understand? I mean, I want to be that person that is a teacher to you. I mean, you understand? I want to be someone that is a teacher. And that's it. I'm a teacher of life. And that's what I teach. So my whole point of this life is that I always teach. I'm always teaching, and I'm pushing myself by making sure I understand that when my body's low on energy, I promise you my enthusiasm is never low on energy. I mean, look at my enthusiasm. I realize my body enthusiasm is low. by my communicational levels of my speaking. I mean, do you see how fast I talk? I talk really fast. I'm really upbeat in terms of how I speak because I understand exactly how to talk. Okay, and I'm really understanding. That's why I'm understanding I'm so alive, even though I live in a low vibrant body. Okay, and that's the thing. So what I have to do is I have to get back in shape. I have to start taking care of my body because I've been neglecting my body. Okay, I've been smoking cigarettes. I've been drinking alcohol. I've been what's it called? I've been drinking coffee. But is that? I mean, look, is it disturbing my communicational skills in terms of words? No. It doesn't disturb my words, does it? I'm still positive. I mean, do you understand? So you have to understand that's something of a scientific realm. I mean, that's science right there. When you're saying that cigarettes, caffeine, alcohol can never disturb your communicational skills. But make sure you understand something. That I've seen this guy over here in poker, and this guy in poker, man, he mumbles. He mumbles so much. And now alcohol has been shown. You have to understand that when I look at his talking, or he's very low vibe in the way he speaks. And now, why is that? Because he's killed too many brain cells. He's killed too many brain cells, okay? And now, if you kill too much brain cells, you end up like Muhammad Ali, for example. I mean, Muhammad Ali was like this, man. I mean, he was beat up, bro. He was boxing many people, and many people hit his brain too much. I mean, you have to understand that this guy was unable to speak. I mean, you understand? Because he had no brain cells. So make sure you never kill your brain cells, okay? Make sure you stay away from the drugs. So make sure you understand that drugs can affect your communication, okay? But make sure you understand that I've been drinking alcohol, I've been drinking caffeine, I've been smoking cigarettes, but it hasn't affected my communicational skills. Do you understand? Because I'm not that addicted to alcohol. I'm not that addicted to caffeine. I'm not that addicted to cigarettes, for example. So make sure you understand that no matter what, that you can see from my perspective that alcohol, I don't drink alcohol on a daily basis. I don't drink alcohol much, okay? And I stay away from alcohol as much as possible. So I don't try to kill my brain cells in terms of alcohol, okay? So if I drink alcohol, it's on a special occasion. But for myself, I don't even want to drink alcohol anymore because it doesn't make me feel good, okay? So what I want to do is show you guys that you have to feel good as well. So make sure you have to understand that your body image is everything as well. And so you have to understand that you are the direct reflection of your spirituality only. Okay? You are your spiritual aspect. That's what you are. But you are not your physical body. Okay? You are not the way you look. You are the way of words. You are the way of imagination. Okay? You are not your thoughts. Okay? You are something that creates thoughts. Okay? You are not of this world. You are something beyond this world. Okay? You are the spiritual dimension. Okay? You have to understand that. So if you want to understand how to observe your thoughts, for example, then you have to understand every single day that nothing can control you. Okay? Nothing can control you. I promise you, you are the one controlling your ship all the time. So make sure you're never on autopilot. So make sure you're... make sure that you're always doing something very, very intrinsic. Making sure that you're understanding that you're always in destitute to do better, okay? So making sure you're understanding that I read so much, and all this reading provided me with the information because I was listening to body language, I was listening to all this audio language, and audio in terms of auditory language is very important for the vocal tones. And that's why I'm talking in these kind of vocals, because it actually teaches you how I'm actually talking in my vocals as well. And what happens is I'm teaching you the information behind my words. So every single day, what's important is understanding that my body image may be dying at the moment, but my words never die. Okay? My words never die. My words are everlasting, and my image is everlasting. This image is who I am. Do you understand? You may be a woman right now, and you may say, hey, never go for you, daddy. Guess what? I'm happy with that. I'm happy to be single all my life. But the thing is, every single day, no matter what, I never let anybody else control my life. Nobody's controlling my life except I. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that if you let other people control your life, then you're always destined to fail. Okay, so make sure you understand that other people can control your life through words. Okay, so make sure you never get offended by words. So if I say, I mean, I can control my dad really easy by words. I mean, I can control him, and I can control his actions. I can control his behavior, and all I have to do is get on his nerves. I mean, all I say is, Dad, you're a drug addict. I mean, he'll say, what did you say? I mean, he'll get really offended. I mean, straight away, I can get control of him. I mean, if you call me a drug addict, I'll say, I'm one better than that. I mean, now that's comedy. I mean, listen to me. I mean, listen to this. I mean, somebody calls me a drug addict, and I say, I'm one better than that. I am one better than that. I mean, that's a joke. I mean, do you understand my joke? I mean, guess what? I mean, he cannot get to me. I mean, you cannot get to me in the words. I mean, Danny, you're a fucking fat cunt. I am one better than that. I mean, guess what? I mean, you can never get to me. I mean, listen. I mean, Danny, you're a fat cunt. I mean, I love being a fat cunt. I mean, what's it to you? When you understand, I mean, I never ever get anything else other than knowledge in my life. I mean, in a sense, so knowledge is imagination, and imagination creates your reality, okay? So if you want to do better, guys, you have to learn how to never procrastinate your life, but make sure you understand that my body has been dying, okay? My body has been dying, but I'm getting back in shape. I'm going to get back in shape. I'm going to become my best body version, okay? So that's all I have to achieve now. I just have to achieve my best version in my body, okay, in terms of my body awareness. So making sure I have no tits anymore. So I have tits, okay? I mean, isn't that funny? I mean, guess what? I mean, it's size B tits, okay? I mean, size A tits. I mean, no, I mean, size B tits, okay? But the thing is, they look, listen to me. I mean, that's because I've been eating meat pie, pizza, McDonald's, meat, kebab. I mean, all I have to do is stay away from it. I mean, understand? And the weight drops. So, regardless of the situation, the more you act smart in front of other people, the more other people resent you. Okay? And you have to understand that. So be stupid in front of other people and they'll let you go. I mean, make them seem smarter than you. Okay? So make sure that when you go in a room, make sure that you're the most silent in the room, because that's how you act the most stupid. Okay? Just remember that. So anyway, guys, if I've taught you anything in this video, make sure you understand to share with others. And also understand I'll be making more videos in the future, in the moment, because the moment is the future. So make sure every single day you always understand how to live life. And see you guys in my next video. Make sure you subscribe. Even though nobody's listening to my videos right now, I mean, I'm going to upload this video right now to YouTube, and nobody's going to be listening to it other than you, okay? I've already, guess what? I have 45 subscribers. I have 1,200 videos on my YouTube account, 45 subscribers, and I get like 8 views per video. I mean, not even. I get 1-2 views per video. And you must understand that I'm just doing this for those people who are going to watch this video, okay? So either way, peace out.